And what's going on, everybody? So, a little bit out of character today. I'm actually putting out the Joshua Thompson's rants video before I go into the stock market on my other channel, which is Joshua Thompson. If you're new here and you don't know I have another channel, just take off rants, Joshua Thompson. And on that channel, it's all about the stock market, why the Fed doesn't print money. And I've been calling this crash for a long time, over a year and a half now. I could see it starting to roll over as liquidity got drained out. So if you want to go check that part of this out, you can go over there. Obviously, however, on this channel that's mostly prepping, getting ready, seeing the future, forecasting out, for example, making a prediction the United States might break up in 2060. It's going to have some part of finance today because the stock market obviously crashed today and everybody's concerned about that. But I'm not going to talk about that too heavy. That's probably all I'm going to talk about. The big thing that I want to say today is I tried to wait as long as I possibly could before I release this video, but there are tons and tons of rumors that Xi Jinping, the president, if you will, the ultimate supreme leader of China, there's rumors that there's a coup that just happened in China and he has been arrested, detained, etc., etc. I haven't found a verified news outlet reporting that yet. And, you know, a lot of times stuff does break on Twitter first, and then you find out by the mainstream media later that it's true. But sometimes it's just a fake. It's just a hoax. It's just whatever. I'm kind of hoping that it's not true. And the reason is because it very well could be the only reason that Taiwan hasn't been attacked yet is because of Xi. It could be that if it is true and there has been a coup, whoever it is that assumes leadership next may be a lot more hawkish on getting the ball rolling. And it could also be the opposite thing. Maybe they, make peace deals and we go back to prosperity. Who knows? But as of right now, it's not confirmed. It's just rumors, and I want to be very clear about this. It could be fake news. I don't know just yet. I'll probably post an update video if we can find out later that it's true. Even if it happens today, I'll post it because that would be huge. It could potentially shake up the power dynamics of the world. Now, obviously, in other news, this and stories like this, you're going to see everywhere. Russian state TV tells viewers nuclear war is likely. And, of course, they're saying that because they're having referendum votes in Luhansk and Donetsk to see if those territories want to be annexed by Russia. And then, according to Russia, those territories, after it being annexed, will be Russian territory, according to them, and they'll defend their territory as they see fit. Now, that's all according to Russia, that side. Obviously, the other side, NATO, the European countries, they're all saying that this is preposterous. They'll never allow that to happen, etc., etc. So this is getting to the level of, the Cuban Missile Crisis, if not even past that. You just got to keep that in mind, folks. I mean, put yourself in the shoes of Russia. And again, I'm not a Russian apologist, and I'm not for the other side. Okay, I've only ever voted for Ron Paul, but put yourself in their shoes. And NATO has increasingly encroached on their doorstep. What would you do, right? Now, obviously, what would you do if you were in the country under attack? I'd fight to my last dying breath to kick out the invaders. But I'm just saying, from Russia's perspective, it's like future force multiplication. They're trying to push their border as far west as possible so they can at least have some protection in the mountains over in Moldova. So it's strategic for them. And how far are they willing to go? They know they have a population problem. And I was a little hesitant to think that Russia would actually have any kind of threat, or real threat behind any of their statements. But once you look at their population problem, Russia's population is going to decline over the next, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years. They are in decline. They haven't had replacement births. China has the same problem. I think China's going to have somewhere between 600 and 700 million people in their country in the next 40 to 50 years because of the population decline. Their growth rate is horrendous. So that also makes me think that they're more likely now to attack Taiwan than what I had previously thought. So this is the big news, right? Again, unverified reports on G may or may not be true. Don't know. Waiting for evidence to come out that it is true. If I find out it was a fake, I'll update you on that in the future. Obviously, there's other things that I'm paying attention to on the periphery. I know about the fire at the oil plant in Ohio. I know about the human bodies being used as compost in California and all that stuff. I'm seeing it. I'm paying attention to it. But for the most part, there's 150 million videos a day from other prepper channels on YouTube that are talking about all that stuff. I'm only going to bring you the things that I think that are extremely important for you to know right now, okay? And then off of that, let's get to the charts on the daily update stuff so you can know and properly be prepared. And it looks as if South Carolina, North Carolina, and Virginia, you may be brought into needing to be getting prepared. Did I put this? Yeah, okay, you can see that. All right, so first off on the GFS model, over here in the Panhandle slash, I don't know what you would call it, the corner of Florida above Tampa, but really, I guess this is going towards Tallahassee. This is where the GFS model says it's going to hit, and if it hits there, it'll basically turn into a squall once it goes through Georgia, so everybody else will be safe. But let's back up and go to the European model. The European model actually has it going across South Florida, and once it gets past Florida, it's going to strengthen and reorganize in the Atlantic. And the European model is saying South Carolina, North Carolina. And then the icon, I'm actually going to have to go to Ventusky to get you the icon model. That Tropical Tidbits website doesn't have an icon model that goes out far enough. So let's go to the 28th and go to wind gusts. And this is on the icon. It has it crossing South Florida and strengthening again. It switched automatically to GFS. So the icon stops here. It must have been on windy that I saw it. The model that I saw, let me switch over to the European over here and see if it's been updated. No. Let's try windy out, guys. Sorry for the disorganization. All right, so let's check the icon. There stops there. European model. We'll take her out to here. And oh, the newest model came out. That's what's tripping me off. See, the previous model said it was going to strike over here around the Virginia Beach region. Let's see what the wind gusts say. All right, that looks about 130 miles an hour. So on the European model, it's going to go through Florida and strengthen and then potentially make landfall again. Let's find the exact spot. Okay, so it looks like landfall around Myrtle Beach, and the winds are going to be around 108 knots. Let's get that changed to miles per hour for you guys. Sorry. All right, 125. Yeah, about 125 max gusts and sustained winds. Let's see. Looks like 52 after landfall. Let's back it up to get you a better accurate assessment here. Sustained winds about 80, 90 mile an hour with gusts up to potentially 120. All right, so if you're in this area now and possibly all the way up to Virginia, you need to be also preparing yourselves for a potential landfall of a hurricane. Okay, so over to space weather. We actually did get a CME, as you can see here on the spiral. But this is Earth over here, this little yellow dot. It's not going to affect us, and it's not really that big anyway. I mean, it's kind of a punch. We had an M-class solar flare, but nothing to worry about. This sunspot is turning, it's starting to get Earth facing now, and that's the one that we need to be concerned about. I'm not saying it's going to send a kill shot, but if there was going to be one that did, it would be coming from that sunspot group, so just keep that in mind. Earthquakes, we had a ringer over here in Indonesia, I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that. 6.2, that looks to be more recent, 352 UTC. Mexico is getting aftershocks over here, and this is probably a frac quake in Texas, I'm not sure. It could just be that this Mexican volcano is setting off all this stuff on this ridge. But nothing to worry about. There's no real big problems anywhere in the world you need to be concerned with right now. No big news other than the potential coup. And I will do my best to pay attention to the news as much as I possibly can, and I will update you guys if need be. I love each and every one of you, and I'll see you in the next video.